Extra sniffer dogs and fencing are to be offered to authorities in Calais to help them deal with migrants trying to reach the UK, the Prime Minister says. David Cameron spoke to French President Francois Hollande on the telephone on Friday and says the pair agreed to work to tackle illegal migration. The PM has warned the situation will be a difficult issue throughout summer. There have been thousands of attempts by migrants to access the Eurotunnel terminal, affecting train services. The disruption has left 6,000 lorries parked on the M20 in Kent. There were more problems in Calais during the day when former MyFerryLink workers protesting against job cuts blocked road access to the port area by burning tyres. Mr. Cameron earlier chaired a meeting of the government's Cobra Emergency Committee after migrants made fresh attempts to enter the tunnel on a fourth night of incidents in Calais. Speaking after the meeting, he thanked the French government for providing extra police at the Eurotunnel site, which had already had some effect. "We are keen to work hand in glove with them to reduce pressure on that side of the border," added Mr. Cameron. Fencing supplied by the UK government earlier this month is being put up around the platforms where vehicles board the Eurotunnel shuttle, and the work is expected to be completed in the coming days. But Mr. Cameron said the government would further boost security by funding additional fencing to shore up as much of the perimeter as necessary. More border force search and dog teams will also be sent in. He said, "We know it needs more work. We rule nothing out in dealing with this very serious problem." Downing Street said the UK was offering to replace green mesh fencing at the Eurotunnel perimeter in Coquelles, near Calais, with solid fencing of the type normally seen at NATO summits. UKIP leader Nigel Farage told BBC Radio Leeds freight could start moving again quickly if lorries were diverted to other ports, such as Ramsgate, and travelled via Belgium. Richard Burnett, chief executive of the Road Haulage Association, said Mr. Cameron's proposals were not enough and the situation was out of control. Former Foreign Secretary Jack Straw told BBC Radio 4's The World at One that the Schengen Agreement, which allows border-free travel throughout Europe, was only ever going to work in good times. "You now see the price that Europe is paying." Operation Stack, in which lorries queue on the M20 when channel crossings are disrupted, is expected to continue into the weekend. Ministry of Defense sources suggested land could be released for an alternative lorry park to help ease the backlog, but they dismissed reports that service personnel were poised to play any significant role. Potential locations under discussions included the disused Manston Airport in Kent and Ebbsfleet International Train Station in North Kent. The leader of Kent County Council Paul Carter has asked Home Office officials for support in dealing with the arrival of hundreds of young migrants in Dover. In the last 3 months, the number of under-18 asylum seekers in the care of the council has doubled to 629. Police officers from neighbouring forces have been deployed to Kent to help with Operation Stack.